Hello and thanks for joining ASO TV News. I am Princess Sobra Usman. The headlines. Nigeria signs landmark air service agreement with Brazil to boost trade, tourism, bilateral trade. Federal Capital Territory Administration intensifies ongoing citywide sanitation exercise with demolition of shanties. Kaduna-bound train from Abuja derails as passengers scramble to safety. A passenger train on the Abuja-Kaduna rail has derailed, sparking panic as some coaches went off track and passengers scrambled for safety. According to reports, the incident occurred along the Kaduna corridor shortly after the train departed Abuja this morning en route Kaduna. As at the time of filing this report, no casualties have been confirmed as we await official statement from the Nigerian Railway Corporation. And meanwhile, the Nigerian Railway Corporation has confirmed the train derailment involving its Kaduna-bound AKTS train service at about 11:09 a.m. at kilometer 49 between Kubwa Station and Asham Station. A statement signed by the Managing Director NRC Kayode Opeifa said emergency rescue, medical personnel, and nearby hospitals have been mobilized. The statement noted that full complement of the security already on ground as effort is ongoing to move all passengers on train back to Abuja safely. President Bola Tinubu welcomed Petrobras' immediate return to Nigeria 5 years after Brazil's state-owned oil company halted its joint venture operations. At a joint press conference in Brazil during his state visit, President Tinubu said Petrobras' return would reignite economic cooperation in the energy sector between the two countries. During the state visit, the Nigerian and Brazil signed 5 memorandums of understanding to strengthen trade, diplomacy, science, aviation, and finance cooperation. President Tinubu praised President Lula's commitment to revitalizing partnership between the two countries, noting that Nigeria's economic space remains a virgin land full of opportunities for Brazilian companies. He acknowledged Embraer's efforts in addressing critical challenges of local airlines operating in Nigeria, primarily through establishing a service center to serve as a hub for the sub-region in essential repairs and maintenance of its ever-increasing fleet in Nigeria. He spoke further on the BASA agreement, increasing the direct connections between Nigeria and Brazil as another essential step to strengthen ties between the societies. He approved the launch of a direct flight to be operated by Nigeria's largest airline company, Airpeace, between Lagos and Sao Paulo. Following a 2-hour expanded bilateral meeting, the two leaders witnessed the signing of agreements and MOUs at the Palacio do Planalto in Brasilia. Nigeria is Brazil's 49th largest export destination, with trade totaling nearly $2.1 billion in 2024. Brazil exported $1 billion to Nigeria, primarily sugar and jams, and imported $1.1 billion, mostly fertilizers. And similarly, President Tinubu began a 2-day state visit to Brazil where he and President Lula Silva witnessed the signing of a bilateral air service agreement between both countries. Nigeria's Aviation Minister Festus Keyamo and Brazil's Transport Minister Silvio Costa signed the MOU. The deal establishes direct air links between Nigeria and Brazil, expected to boost trade, tourism, investment, cultural exchange, and diplomatic cooperation. President Tinubu's delegation includes Ministers of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Aviation, Agriculture and Food Security, Foreign Affairs, amongst others. President Lula welcomed the partnership and expressed Brazil's readiness to expand collaboration with Nigeria in aviation, agriculture, and infrastructure. President Tinubu's visit also includes meeting with Brazil's Senate President, Chamber of Deputies President, and Supreme Federal Court President, alongside broader bilateral engagements aimed at deepening ties and promoting mutual growth. And on to FCT, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has intensified its ongoing citywide sanitation exercise with the demolition of shanties and illegal structures along the proposed Ring Road 3 corridor. The operation, led by the Department of Development Control, is aimed at enhancing security and restoring order in the nation's capital. Our correspondent Usman Katun Umar was there unfolding these reports.
The Ministerial Task Force on City Sanitation, coordinated by FCTA Department of Development Control, moved heavy equipment to the Karsana Bunkuru axis near MAP Global Estate, where thousands of makeshift structures had sprung up. Director of Development Control Department, Town Planner Mukhtar Usman Galadima, explained that over 1,000 shacks and shanties have so far been cleared in the area, notorious for harboring squatters and persons of questionable character.
When you look at these structures, they are mostly made of shacks, temporary materials. So far so good. I believe we have cleared more than 1,000 around this place. And we are about to continue because the work is enormous and the stretch of the road is as long as 2 kilometers, all consisting of shacks and shanties.
Town Planner Galadima said while the Ring Road 3 project is yet to be awarded, work is progressing on the adjoining N16 road. He added that indigenous settlements are being spared pending guidance from Department of Resettlement and Compensation. Also speaking, the Secretary of the FCTA Security Department's Command and Control Center, Dr. Peter Olumuji, who represented the Director of the department, Mr. Adamu Gwari, said clearance would help curb criminal activities concealed behind the shanties.
What we have seen here is that we notice, because we have indigenous community here, these criminal elements try to build shanties behind those indigenous communities to serve as a cover to their own shanties. And most of the issues that have occurred within this axis emanate from this particular axis. And what we have done today, most of the residents that have passed through this place today have really praised the good efforts of the FCT administration. And like the director have said, it's going to be a continuous clearance. We are not just going to leave it until we take over this place and everyone residing with this environment are able to sleep with their 2 eyes closed.
Dr. Olumuji noted that no arrests were made during the exercise, but assured that ongoing citywide operations, including the clampdown on illegal tinted glass vehicles, will complement the clearance to make the FCT unsafe for criminal elements. The city sanitation exercise is expected to continue across the territory as authorities intensify efforts to restore order and safeguard lives and property. Usman Katun Umar, ASO Television News.
The Abaji Area Council has issued a statement to clarify that the ongoing empowerment initiatives are a direct result of the chairman's cabinet efforts and not the executive chairman personally, as some individuals have wrongly claimed. For the first time in the council's history, the chairman's cabinet has taken the lead in empowering the people through various support programs, demonstrating their commitment to grassroots development and community upliftment. The council has dismissed criticism from some individuals, stating that the cabinet's efforts deserve recognition for their sacrifice, dedication, and service to the people. The Area Council reaffirms its commitment to programs that directly benefit the people, ensuring inclusive growth and development across all communities. The Council urges critics to appreciate the holistic nature of governance, noting that no single intervention defies leadership, but rather the cumulative impact of programs, both large and small, drives sustainable development. The Council urged the public to disregard distractions and continue supporting the progressive programs of the Chairman's Cabinet. And a message to senior special assistants and supervisory councillors, the Council expressed appreciation for their efforts and encouraged others to join in, stating that initiative is a positive step towards the well-being of the people. And the federal government unveils a digital portal designed to provide credible database for Nigerian teachers, streamline licensing, and promote professionalism in the teaching sector. The portal was launched in Abuja by Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria in partnership with the United Kingdom Funded Partnership for Learning for All in Nigerian program. Speaking at the event, the Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Said Ahmad, said the initiative marked a new chapter for teacher management in the country. She said the ministry is not merely unveiling a portal, but opening a new portal where technology, innovation, and efficiency becomes the heartbeat of teacher professionalism in the country. She explained that the portal will enable seamless registration and licensing of teachers, provide a transparent database for qualified professionals, give real-time access to professional development opportunities, and strengthen accountability in the education sector. The family of town planner Sadiq Ahmed, a prominent FCT APC stakeholder, has welcomed a new baby boy named Abdurrahman Alamin. The naming ceremony, attended by politicians, friends, relatives, and well-wishers, was a colorful occasion that brought together people from all walks of life. Correspondent Abdullahi Mukhtar completes the story.
Speaking at the ceremony, the chairman of Kwali Area Council and FCT chapter chairman of the Association of Local Government of Nigeria, Algon, Mr. Dalla Dichia, congratulated the family on the new addition. He also used the occasion to urge FCT residents to participate in the ongoing continuous voter registration exercise by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
We have been advocating for the younger youths, those that are up to 18 years, and they have not collected their PVC, should go there and register, because that is their franchise, that is their power. Some of us are in this position because we were voted into power. So we are calling all of Nigerians, residents of FCT, Kwali at large, to mobilize all the youth that are up to 18 years to go out there and pick their voter registration.
Other dignitaries who attended the ceremony included Comrade Abdullahi Suleiman Ango, FCT Mandate Secretary for Agriculture, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, Chairman of Abaji Area Council, and Alhaji Usman Yahaya, Gwagwalada APC standard bearer in the upcoming FCT Area Council elections. They all congratulated the family and prayed for the baby's well-being.
Our prayers for this boy, we don't know what he's becoming in this country in the nearest future. The Mandate secretaries have said it all. We are here to show solidarity to our brother because he's part of us. He's part of this government and APC family at large.
May God bless the newborn baby.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Historically, this is the best gift for this family. I cannot remember the last child where two executive chairmen are present to see to the naming ceremony. But for this, it's a rare and a privilege.
We have been in partnership for quite a long time. So this, my comment to him, is to show my own happiness and also show him that we are together in most of the things that we are doing.
Town planner Sadiq Ahmed and his wife Malama Nafisa Aminu expressed their gratitude to all those who came to celebrate with them.
In every blessing, you just learn it is good to just have a good relationship with people, more especially people from, there's no cut across. They're the highlight, but generally people are there always to celebrate with us at the time of celebration.
Na gode sosai, Allah ya saka da alkhairi, Allah ubangiji ya bar zumunci, Allah ya mai da gida kowa lafiya. Na godiya.
The event was marked by joy and celebration, with guests enjoying food and drinks. Abdullahi Mukhtar, ASO Television News.
Welcome to the world, baby Alamin. And in line with President Tinubu's Renew Hope Agenda, Transformative Support Initiative has appointed Delta North Representative Senator Ned Nwoko as its first patron in recognition of his contributions in the Senate and the country at large. The Director General of Transformative Support Initiative, Mrs. Lucy Saleh, and top directorates during a courtesy call in Abuja disclosed that the nomination is part of President Tinubu's continual process in ensuring commitment to transparency, accountability, and good governance. Our correspondent to bring us detail of that in our subsequent bulletin. You're watching ASO TV News. You can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, also on StarTimes TV channel 127, Free TV channel 507, UHF band on channel 1938. And still to come on the news, Chief of Defense Staff charges African colleagues to invest in artificial intelligence. Stay with us for details of this and more stories after the break.
Let's get one thing straight. Being a woman with disabilities doesn't mean you don't have the right to quality sexual and reproductive health information and services. Family planning, maternity care, STI prevention. Every woman deserves access to safe, respectful, and inclusive reproductive health care. My body, my health, my reproductive rights. No limits, no exceptions. Your health matters. Your choices matters. Get informed, get care, and take charge of your future.
Welcome back. Moving on. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have arrested a 55-year-old drug kingpin Muhammad Ali Abubakar, alias Bello Karama, and 5 members of a syndicate operating at the Malam Aminu International Airport, Makia, Kano. The agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, in a press conference in Abuja said this followed the discovery that they were behind the shipment of illicit substances for which 3 innocent pilgrims were sent on later Hajj pilgrimage to the Holy Land were being detained in Jeddah for alleged drug trafficking. Our correspondent Isa Nuhu tells us more.
Addressing journalists along with the Director of Assets and Financial Investigation, Dr. Abdul Ibrahim, and Director of Prosecution and Legal Services, Teresa Asuko, at the NDLA National Headquarters, Mr. Femi Babafemi explained how the syndicate implicated 3 unsuspecting pilgrims in drug trafficking allegations in Saudi Arabia.
Last week, the Chairman Chief Executive Officer of the agency received from 3 Nigerian families complaints against the detention of their family members in Saudi Arabia after the completion of their lesser Hajj pilgrimage on an allegation of trafficking in illicit substances into Saudi Arabia. The 3 Nigerians involved in this allegation boarded an Ethiopia airline flight ET940, which departed Kano on 6th August 2025 at about 1550 hours to Jeddah en route at Addis Ababa with a total of 140 passengers. Out of this number, 24 proceeded from Addis Ababa to Jeddah, and out of the 24 passengers, 3 were unfortunate to be tagged with 6 additional bags not belonging to them, 3 of which were found to contain illicit drug substances.
Mr. Babafemi said that based on the outcome of investigations, the agency is spearheading a dialogue with the authority of the General Directorate of Narcotics Control in Saudi Arabia to see that the 3 innocent Nigerians, Mrs. Mariam Hussein Abdullahi, Mrs. Abdullahi Bahija Haminu, and Mr. Abdul Hamid Sadiq, are exonerated and assured the public of its commitment to fight the scourge of substance abuse and illicit drug trafficking in the country. Isa Nuhu, ASO TV News.
Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa has urged his colleagues across Africa to invest in modern technology like artificial intelligence to defeat monstrous terrorist groups including Boko Haram, ISWAP, Al-Qaeda, and Al-Shabaab, wreaking havoc in parts of the continent. General Musa stated this at the opening of Africa Chief of Defense Staff Conference in Abuja. He said security threats have evolved across the continent, hence the need for digital solutions to defeat some of the invisible enemies threatening the territorial integrity of nations in Africa. He said the battlefield is evolving. The threats of today are no longer confined to conventional warfare, as it is digital, asymmetric, and often invisible. He said as chiefs of defense staff and heads of armed forces, they must lead the charge in organizing forces, investing in cyber defense, artificial intelligence, and indigenous military technology, without which it will be difficult to achieve security. He pledged Nigeria's commitment to regional and continental stability, charging his colleagues across Africa gathered at the conference to stand in unity against the common enemy, which is terrorism. He added that Nigeria is deeply committed to the ideals of regional stability and continental defense integration, highlighting that the Nigerian armed forces have participated in peacekeeping operations and counter-terrorism missions across Africa. Personalities who graced the event include the United Nations Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed, the Vice President Kashim Shettima, who represented President Tinubu, Nigeria's National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, ECOWAS Commission President Omar Tauri, Chairperson of the African Union Commission Mohamed Yusuf, former permanent representative of Nigeria to UN Ibrahim Gambari, Chairman Federal Inland Revenue Zak Adedeji, and Managing Director Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited Bashir Ojulari. The National Assembly leadership has declared that democracy has stabilized in Nigeria, a development that made it recruited 785 staff across grade levels 8 to 12 in December last year. Clerk to the National Assembly, Barrister Kamaru Ogulano, made the declaration in his speech at the induction ceremony for the 785 newly recruited staff holding in Abuja. Mr. Ogulano, who was represented by the Deputy Clerk to the National Assembly, Engineer Bashir Yeru, said the stability of democracy in Nigeria without any threat of military intervention made National Assembly grow stronger and stronger as the institution within the last 26 years. He told the newly recruited staff that they joined the service of the National Assembly at the most auspicious time, which requires deep commitment, productivity, and professionalism as legislative staffs. He encouraged them to embrace technology and develop digital skills to keep pace with modern demands of legislative work and, above all, remain loyal, diligent, and committed to the service of the country. He assured them that the welfare and staff of the National Assembly remains the utmost priority of management under his leadership. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) has resolved to zone its 2027 presidential ticket to the southern region, while the office of the national chairman remains in the north. This was part of the key resolutions adopted at the 102nd meeting of the party's National Executive Committee held on Monday in Abuja. Reading the communique after the meeting, PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologunagba said the NEC adopted the report of the National Convention Zoning Committee, which recommended that all existing national offices currently held in the North and South remain in their respective zones, with the exception of the national chairmanship.
NEC also received updates from the PDP Constitutional Amendment Committee and directed the committee to circulate the draft constitutional amendment to various organs and chapters of the party for further input. 5. In recognition of the efforts of the National Working Committee under the leadership of Acting National Chairman Ambassador Ilya Umar Damagu in stabilizing the party, NEC hereby ratifies and confirms the appointment of Ambassador Ilya Umar Damagu as the substantive national chairman of the party with effect from today, 25th August 2025.
Ologunagba added that the party is committed to a seamless and inclusive process as it prepares for the 2025 elective national convention scheduled to hold in Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, from Saturday, November 15th to Sunday, November 16th. The NEC also received and reviewed updates from the PDP Constitution Amendment Committee and directed that the proposed amendments be circulated to party organs and chapters nationwide for input. The Federal Road Safety Corps has observed with grave concern the increasing activities of fraudulent individuals, including some posing as staff of the Corps to extort unsuspecting members of the public with false promises of securing them employment in the Corps. The FRSC says the scammers go as far as issuing fake call-up letters to training schools and the FRC Academy in a desperate attempt to deceive innocent job seekers and defraud them of their hard-earned money. The call noted that FRSC recruitment process are transparent, merit-based, and strictly communicated through national newspapers, television stations, and its official channels. It added that at no time did the call mandate its personnel or representatives to demand money or any form of gratification from applicants in exchange for employment. The FRSC called on members of the public to disregard any such offers and report perpetrators to the nearest FRSC command, law enforcement agency, or through the call's official communication platforms. It also reiterated its resolve to upholding integrity, fairness, and transparency in our recruitment exercise. And on business, Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy Wale Edun has received the Executive Director for Angola, Nigeria, and South Africa constituency at the World Bank, including Mrs. Zainab Shamsuna Ahmed, at the weekend for a strategic briefing on Nigeria's priorities within the bank's constituency. The Director of Information and Public Relations, Federal Ministry of Finance, Mohamed Manga, in a statement disclosed that Mrs. Ahmed reaffirmed the bank's commitment to supporting Nigeria's development agenda while commending the country's leadership role in continental forums, including the recently Africa Caucus. Speaking, the Minister Edun emphasized that Nigeria is committed to channeling multilateral support into impactful projects that expand infrastructure, create jobs, and unlock private sector investment. He noted that reforms such as subsidy removal, improved tax collection, and digitization are already attracting international capital with new investments in manufacturing, signaling renewed confidence in Nigeria's economy. According to him, the government is targeting GDP growth of up to 7% in the medium term, more than double population growth, and significantly raise living standards while focusing structural reforms in agriculture, power, and digital infrastructure to build a stronger and more competitive economy. The minister welcomed the World Bank's continued partnership, stressing that Nigeria's reform momentum, combined with strategic multilateral support, will lay the foundation for sustainable growth and private sector-led development. And that's the news. But before we go a look at one of our major stories, we told you that President Bola Tinubu welcomed Petrobras' immediate return to Nigeria 5 years after Brazil's state-owned oil company halted its joint venture operation. I am Princess Sabura Usman. Many thanks for watching.